My lovely, lovely people, a pleasant morning to everybody. All right, beautiful people. Knowing me, believe it or not, I have not gotten the opportunity to watch any one of the debates. I really and truly have not. It is unfortunate. I keep falling asleep, but maybe it's a good thing because, to be honest with you, my beautiful Jamaican people, I really can't take the foolishness, to be honest. Now, with the last debate, you hear people saying it's a prime minister that won. A few may have said it is a leader of the opposition who had won, and you hear mixed views and mixed reviews. To be honest, I don't want to really watch a debate of any more gimmicks. And maybe that is why I end up falling asleep. I really don't want to watch a debate of gimmicks and who show old-time birth certificate where me hear people say look like prescription and we can't. Look here, Jamaican people, I don't know about you. I just want to see Jamaica grow and develop. I want our argument to really hold water. Now, people may have said it. This was sparked by the Prime Minister asking him, or making mention of him not being Jamaican. I'm not sure. I saw something like a caption that says as though the Prime Minister was saying, I don't know if he made an alliteration. It was like a metaphor. Being born in Jamaica doesn't make you Jamaican. I guess he's talking about the spirit, the loyalty, the commitment, and the devotion. It could mean that, as well as, I don't know, or something else, based on the caption that I had seen somewhere. So I don't think he was. I hear people say he was saying that because Mark Golding had shown his birth certificate. And that the Prime Minister is saying having a birth certificate doesn't make you Jamaican, Jamaican birth certificate. I don't think the Prime Minister, I would have to really hear that and hear the context because that really doesn't make sense. I could understand if he had said being born in Jamaica doesn't really make you Jamaican, and he would be talking about your spirit, your love for the country, your care for the country, you helping and developing and growing the country. So it can come from that perspective. But to say, because it would mean that maybe unless his brain was moving faster than his tongue and his teeth and his lips, and it probably could have been, sometimes you mean to say something else and you end up saying, because sometimes when I go back over my video, I said, oh my God, I said that. That's not what I actually meant. Oh, I used that word. That's an incorrect word grammatically. That has happened to me. So I'm not sure. I think some people may have gotten, because sometimes people can be aloof in their speech and it goes above people's heads. But be that as it may, for me, those are really weak things to be arguing on. I never knew it would have come down to this. I saw that as the first thing as I went on Facebook, the opposition leader holding up a birth certificate. When is it that we're going to have maybe one of those placards, I'm here for the people. I'm here to do good for the people. I really can't manage these kinds of things, to be honest with you, my people of Jamaica. I really want to see moving forward. I'm hoping that when the next set of debates come, because there will be another election one day, another 5 years, that, the questions just streamline around, what it is that you're going to be doing for the country and for the people. So speak on the macro level and the micro level. You see the gimmicks thing? The madness there, we leave that for prep school and primary school, high school, where you get a little trouble, you pull the chair from under somebody, or you pull the rope from under somebody. Me used to get a little full trouble and pick the trouble. You see them, the thing they not build. It's a joke thing. It means that's how we're going to be treating the people, with gimmicks and jokes. Weak arguments, and when it becomes that way, your administrative affects your operations. So if you're going to come with the theoretical like this with the madness, then that is exactly how the people of Jamaica are going to be treated. Me can't bother with the foolish. That, if you're born, who want, sometimes we really major on minor, we really and truly major on minor, even if he says that. You know what I mean? Because I was told that he presented something to prove that he's Jamaican or was born in Jamaica some time ago. For those who know, he knows. You know what I mean? I really, the only thing that I can say is that he was not necessarily somebody that was familiar to a lot of people until, when you started to see him, when they were, like you see some videos and they're bringing up him doing some things with his mouth, and, you started to see him more and more, and then you hear about his background, about his father. His father seemed to be more known and the things that he would have chartered and accomplished. So, but for me, Jamaican people, don't let that sway you into thinking that is something effective, you know. And even if it was done otherwise by the primary, I would think that, and I said, boy, that really don't make sense, you know, because I just want you to tell us what you're going to do for the people, what you're going to do for the country, you know, not just on the macro level, but on the micro level. We don't want to see any, I don't care what, if it's prescription, birth certificate, book list, we don't want to see any of that nonsense and madness anymore. Tell us what you're going to do. And another thing, this is the character assassination. I'm never, once I start to hear political people or leaders come with the character assassination repeatedly, I pull away. I don't even want to vlog on it. And we see a lot of that, especially from one side mainly. You know, it's never good. Listen to me, beautiful Jamaicans. You may not believe me on this. I know of 2 cases where 2 people allowed others to cause some character assassination on somebody I know. And they joined in terms of their actions and maybe I use the word maybe in terms of their words. You see, whatever they had accused that particular individual, there is proof years later to show that they were the ones guilty of what they're accusing the person of. I couldn't believe it. I was floored. I was discombobulated. I was shocked. So what they were accusing or allowed others to accuse the person, they were the guilty ones. They were the guilty ones. So be careful. Not everything that glitters is gold. And when you see somebody doing a lot of character assassination repeatedly, watch them. Your life is going to, one thing with God, you know, there's a scripture. Listen to what it says. It says, if you're going to rebuke and correct somebody, you do it in love, because you will fall in the very thing that you're correcting them about, if you're doing it harshly. The very thing, or you'll be tempted to do it. And you can't believe it. And you say, that is why you hear a lot of people say never. Because things that they never thought they would have done, they end up doing. When you judge people harshly, you're going to end up most every time fall in the very same area. And it's usually worse. So once I see the character, just constantly, every time you hear that person, or these characters, they're assassinating the person's character, you're hiding something. It says a lot about who you are and what you will do for the people of Jamaica and what you will not do. That doesn't speak to your leadership. You know, even people who so-called speak in truth, but with evil intent, the Bible calls that slander. It's devilish. You know it's going to cause hate. You see, God, let me tell you something. You can't fool God, you know. You see, if God knows that you're doing it because you want the people to hate this person, to hate them, to detest them, to loathe them, to abhor them, trust me, you might find that the 2 graves that you're digging, you fall. You and your shadow end up falling in it. Once I see that, because I know what it is like when people do these things, and oftentimes they are lies, these rumors, propaganda, they are lies. Or it is taint. They take a little bit of truth and taint it and twist it and causing people. When I see it, you're trying to cause people to hate this leader, to hate this person, to hate them. Me not in that. So you see, for me, I'm glad I fell asleep and didn't watch a debate, because I can't believe that the first thing I saw was a man holding out what is presumed to be a birth certificate. And because I said the new one so much, I don't even remember so much how the old one looks. I'm thinking back and say, oh, because the people nearly tricked me and make me think a prescription, you know. So, or book list or whatever it is. So, yeah, anyway, guys, we will see what we will see on September 3, 2025. Whatever must be, must be. We leave it in God's hands. Simple as that. All right? Tired of the foolishness now. And we just hope and pray that whoever comes in, that they're not joke. And people, we're going to hold them accountable. We're going to hold them accountable. We're tired of the foolishness. We want to see a better Jamaica. We don't want to see no prescription, book list, birth certificate, paper. We don't want to see none of them foolishness. Those are water. That's like water under the bridge. That is weightless and baseless. And I don't care who does it. We don't want a foolishness like that. We want to start to see progress. We want to see prosperity. Whether you want to say progress or prosperity. I don't know. I mean, prosperity is a stronger word in terms of, really thriving and doing well. We want to see prosperity individually now. Not just on the macro level. We want to see it on the micro level. We want me and you do well. That me want and that me I say. Me don't want a prescription or whatever it want to be. Anyway, guys, you know what to do with TikTok and YouTube. Subscribe. Give me one of those lions. Thank you. Have a good one. Bless.